Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. Here's a schedule breakdown for the Wisconsin Badgers. I think that they'll be a pretty good football team this year as well. With Luke Fickell going there, I think that's going to make a big difference in that football team in terms of playmaking ability, the way that they play, the philosophy, how they approach football itself, among other things. So here we go. You start off with Buffalo. That should be a big win, no problem. They get Washington State and Washington State. That might be a challenging game. They haven't been a terrible team in the last few years, but they haven't been really great either. I think this will be close only because it's Wisconsin's first year with Luke Fickell, so he hasn't had a chance to really enforce his philosophy like some coaches do in their football program. They don't enforce that philosophy until like maybe year 2 or 3. Like Norvell in Florida State, it took maybe midway, late second year up until his third year now to where you see the big growth. So for that, with that being said, I do think Wisconsin wins this game by 6 points. I think they win it 37-31, really close because it's at Washington State. But Wisconsin does start off 2-0, and then they got to play Georgia Southern at home. I think they win that game no problem. They got to go to Purdue. That's their first Big Ten game. Purdue's lost a lot of players. It's at Purdue. No problem. Wisconsin should win this game by at least 2 touchdowns or more. I think they're the better team. They're more physical at the point of attack. And that's the thing about Wisconsin. Even when they're a good team, they give Ohio State problems. So if you can give Ohio State problems, you're guaranteed to win most of your games. Facts. Especially you can do it consistently against other really good football teams and beat those really good football teams. Iowa at home. This is a tricky game. They do have what's that other quarterback's name? That was the Michigan quarterback. The old Michigan quarterback. He's going to Wisconsin. Not Wisconsin. He's going to Iowa. Excuse me. I think he'll make a big difference over there. I think he's going to be a really good football player. You'll see him complete more passes. McNamara. That's his name. Won't matter. I think Wisconsin. You know what? No. I think Wisconsin loses this game at Iowa. It's at Iowa. They have a new quarterback who's been known to complete more passes than anybody else they've had. I don't think he's an elite quarterback, but I think he'll be an upgrade at the quarterback position. Plus, Iowa's defense is always really good. I think Iowa's offense will be just a tad bit better, and this will be a defensive battle. Iowa's quarterback, McNamara, will make a few big completions to win this game to put his team in field goal position, maybe an extra touchdown in the red zone. I think you'll see their red zone offense improve. That will be the difference in this game. Iowa wins this game 23-17, a few field goals extra to win the game. Otherwise, the dead even matchup. But I think Iowa wins with home field advantage. So they're now 5-1. They got to go to Illinois next week. Illinois lost a lot of players, especially on defense. I think they do beat Illinois. You know what? I think they lose to Illinois. I don't know why. Here's the thing. I'm not an expert at college football. I'm just giving honest predictions based off my own opinions and who I think is going to win and whatnot. I got Illinois winning. That game's at home. Actually, the Iowa game is at home, but I still think they lose. They lose. Now they're gone. Now they're 5-2. Oh, I forgot they played Rutgers. How disrespectful. Won't matter. They beat Rutgers. Probably. Then they got to go to Ohio State. No, it's home, actually. I got to get my stuff right. This game's interesting. I know Ohio State lost C.J. Stroud. They lost some offensive linemen. They lost players overall. I think this game will be where Wisconsin and Luke Fickell earn a lot of respect. Unfortunately, in year 1, I don't think he's good enough. I don't think he has the firepower to upset Ohio State. Even if it's at home, I don't think they have the weapons offensively to put up the points to beat Ohio State. This will be a low-scoring game. I have Ohio State pulling away 31-14. I think Wisconsin's offense will just make too many mistakes. They'll be too one-dimensional with running the football. That won't be enough. That's just my opinion. So now they lose this game. Also, they've lost 3 in a row. That's okay. It gets better. They go to Indiana. They win that game, no problem. Then they play Northwestern at home. They win, no problem. Nebraska, they should win that game. I know that team will be better, but it won't be better enough to compete with Wisconsin or any other really good football team this year. So they think they win that game. This game at Minnesota is a little tricky. I'm going to do a coin flip because I can't decide. I do think Wisconsin's better, but it's a huge hate game, rivalry game. And Minnesota's not exactly a pushover. Heads, tails. Heads, Minnesota. Tails, Wisconsin. Tails it is. Wisconsin wins a very close matchup. Therefore, that makes them 9-3 with a chance to go to the Big Ten championship.